Hi there. Today I'm answering the question, how can I be kind to myself when I keep feeling like I'm messing up? It's very normal when you're trying to change your eating habits to fall back into old habits as you're going along. We're human, it's going to happen. If you're expecting yourself to be perfect just because you decided to make a change, think again. So through the process, you need to find better ways to handle situations so that the healthier habits can become the normal reaction. But this will take time. In one study, the habit changes took anywhere from 18 days to 8.5 months. But what studies have also found is that if you're kind to yourself in the process, the habit changes occur quicker and are longer lasting. So how can we learn to be kinder to ourselves? The first thing is you need to learn to forgive yourself. We all mess up. See it as a learning curve rather than a chance to beat yourself up. Think about how you want to handle the situation differently next time, so that you can get a better result. Forgive yourself and then move on. When you move on straight away, there's no harm done long term. When you continue beating yourself up, that's when you're more likely to continue the unhealthy behavior. You also need to learn to respect yourself. You're a valuable human being, no matter what. Following through on your goals and moving forward towards your intended goal, that's respecting yourself. If you feel, oh, this is too hard, I'm going to give up, then you're not respecting yourself. Show yourself compassion through the process. A good way to do this is if you hit a hurdle, think about how you would or what you would say to a friend, a spouse, a child, if they made the same mistake. Once you've got that in your head, try and relate that back to yourself. Normally, if you think about yourself talking to others, you are far kinder. You're able to see the bigger picture. When you look at yourself, you're nitpicking, you're looking at those intimate details, and you can't see past those imperfections that you feel you have. So thinking about how you'd react to someone else and then trying to bring that onto yourself is a very good way to show self-compassion. I also want you to remind yourself how far you've come, what you have achieved already. When you make a mistake, it's not that everything's lost. Yes, it's a little whoopsie, it's a little hiccup, but you're still so much further in than you were at the start of the journey. So the little hiccup is a little hiccup. You haven't undone everything. You still need to focus on what you have achieved rather than what you haven't. And if you feel like you keep messing up in the same way, then you're trying to do something the same way and expecting a different result. Sometimes we have to change it up. We have to find a different way to approach it, a different way to plan for it. And there are ways to think of that, and there are people that can help you to get to those different ways. I also want you to try and stop being perfect. Okay, this is a very difficult one for people. We all have our own little perfection in our mind and we're striving towards it. But what is perfect? There is no real definition. And what you're needing to strive for is to be better than what you were. So if you have no good eating habits, you're eating only crap, and you start eating at least a good breakfast, you're 20% of the way in, and 20% is better than nothing. So think about where you're wanting to go, and don't try and be 100% on a plan from the word go. Trying to follow a plan to the T also doesn't work because our lives are too hectic. Our bodies are not robots and don't need exactly the same thing every day. So we need to learn to listen and see what's happening and learn how to respond and learn how to handle situations rather than perfectly following a plan. And then I want you to accept yourself as you are. You are perfect already. No one of us is imperfect. We're all perfectly unique. We're perfect in our own way. We're perfectly imperfect. because we are human. So accept yourself for who you are, love yourself for who you are, and you'll see that everything will start feeling easier. I hope that helps, and you can try and learn to be kinder to yourself. See you next week. Goodbye.